Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube, and what we're going to make are mini little snack cakes. Now you can make cupcakes out of these if you want. I'm just using, this is 9, it makes 9. This recipe gives me about 12 of these size little mini, I like to call them snack cakes. But again, go ahead and use your cupcakes if you want for this recipe. Now, I really have experimented with this recipe because this particular chocolate cake that we're going to make is made out of cookie mix. You know, during the holidays, many of my friends gave me different cookie mixes that came in boxes or pouches, and I thought, why not make a cake out of them instead of cookies, right? So what I did find in experimenting is that you do want to start off with at least 17.5 ounces of a cookie mix. It could be whatever flavor you want, probably any company you want, but I have experimented with only 17.5 ounces of cookie mix, and that's what I have here in these bags. Each one of these bags contains 8 ounces. Okay, because you know, I did notice that in the stores they do make cookie mixes. Again, like I said, they're sold in boxes, they're sold in pouches, and they vary in the amounts. Okay, the ones I'm using today are 8 ounces apiece, so I have 16 ounces that I just put into my mixing bowl. And then with my scale, I measured 1.5 ounces more that I need to make my 17.5. Now, if you don't have a scale, but you can certainly add the cookie mix bag or box, what you have, then it equals it came out about 3.5 tablespoons. But I did measure it on my scale because I think it gives a more accurate measurement. It's 17.5 ounces of cookie mix, okay? The next thing we're gonna put in is 1 cup to 1 1/4 cups, and I'll explain in just a second. But we'll put that in. We're also going to be putting in 2 eggs at room temperature, and I'm going to turn on my mixer real quick on low and just start adding the 1 and beat it in, and the second one went in. Now, the next thing that you're going to need is 1/4 cup of oil. I'm not going to tell you what kind of oil because I get all kinds of comments and whatever. Everyone likes their own particular type of oil. So you decide your choice of whatever 1/4 cup of oil that you want to put in. Okay? And what you want to do is you can use your hand mixer, certainly. You don't have to use your stand-up. I'm using the stand-up because I think it's quicker for me for videos. But just blend the mixture. You don't want to overbeat it because a lot of times when you're converting cookie mixes to make a cake, it'll come out dense or heavy. So I'm going to start on low and just start to mix it in. Okay, now I raised my speed a little bit, but I want to show you what I have so far. Okay, I don't know if you can see the thickness of it. It's a little bit thick. If you find that 1 cup of water the batter looks a little too thick to you, then go ahead and add 1/4 cup of water. So now I have a total of 1 1/4 cups of water, and I'm just going to mix it on low just to combine it. And I'm going to raise my speed just to move it along for the video. I wouldn't go that high of a speed, but again, I'm moving it along for the video. And I'm just going to take off the excess here. In other words, you don't want the batter to be real liquidy, but you don't want it super thick either. So use your judgment on how much you're going to put in. If you find that the 1 cup of water is, you know, a good consistency, then stay with it. I find that I really need at least 1 1/4, and you can kind of see what that looks like. It's right in between. It's not too thick and it's not too thin, okay? So you'll kind of, you know, kind of judge for yourself whether you want to just use the 1 cup of water alone or add the additional 1/4 cup as I did, and you're seeing the results of 1 1/4 cups of water, okay? Now, on this particular little baking pan is that I took just regular cupcake liners and then I just stretched them out to fit into the well, okay? And I'm using this size of a scoop. You don't have to, you can use a spoon or whatever. And I fill it to the top, and then I just fill that in. What I find is you can fill them a little bit higher than a half. You can go basically, I like to do, you know, just a little bit extra, so it almost looks just a teeny bit above that half of that paper liner, okay? And like I said, it's probably just a tablespoon is what I'm putting in extra, but that'll give you an idea. I'm not going to bore you and pour batter into my cupcake liners here, but I don't know if that shot, if you can kind of see it, you know. And you know, if you want a higher top on them, then just add a little bit more. If you want it very flat, try to stay within that guideline. Like I said, I used 1 scoop and probably I added like a tablespoon to fill mine the way that I like them to come out. All right, now you're going to bake this at 350 degrees, and it could take you anywhere from 18 to 20 minutes depending on your oven, and you know our ovens all set up so differently. So I like to start checking mine about 15 minutes or so with a cake tester or a toothpick or that type of thing, and just get an idea visually how they're coming along, because you don't want to overbake them. You don't want to have them too dry. You still want them to have moisture in them, okay? And I do want to suggest not to overbeat your batter. Being we're working with a cookie mix, the cake could come out very dense and heavy, and I don't think you're going to like that, okay? So I have some to show you that are baked up, and I've got 3 examples for you. I have 2 that I went ahead and I put on a buttercream frosting, and if you're looking for buttercream frostings or chocolate, I have frostings and icings on my channel. Some that are the easiest to make, some are more complex that you can make over your stove in a pot, but do check out my icings or frostings if you're looking for that. And I have 2 that I've decorated, and then I have 1 that doesn't. You can see this has a nice high top to it. I particularly like that, but you might not, so just leave out that extra tablespoon that I put in, that kind of thing, okay? And I'm just going to take the paper off to show you the bottom. Okay, now you can convert these to cupcakes if that's what you want to do. That'll be up to you. And I just want to get that paper off. Some come off easier than others, but it has a nice golden brown, okay? And then I'm going to cut it in half because I'd like to show you the crumb or the texture, okay? They're very moist. I don't know if you can see me pressing on them, okay? But they are, as far as density, I would say medium density. And if we just want to flake the crumb a little bit, you can kind of see how it's pulling away with the fork. They're very moist though. Again, they're medium in consistency or density, but you can see when I squeeze on them, you know, how very moist they are. So they're, and like I said, they're not extra light, they're about medium, okay? But just a great tasting. These are just regular chocolate cookie mixes made into a chocolate cake that is moist. Again, you can see me pushing on that and how it flakes away. They're delicious. They really are. So if you have some cookie mixes, you know, in your pantry that you're not using, or you just have enough cookies and you don't want to make any more cookies, try this recipe that I converted. And I think it's quick, it's easy, and like I said, if you see a sale that there's cookie mixes, whether they come in boxes or pouches, and they're a good price, who knows, you can stock up on them and make cakes out of them if you so desire. So there you have it. We've used a cookie mix and made chocolate little mini cakes, or make your cupcakes out of them, okay? Well, if you like this recipe, please let me know. Write to me. My videos are solely on YouTube, so if you watch me, and I hopefully solely on YouTube, I'll get your question or your comment if you gave these a try, okay? If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, well, I can't thank you enough. Or like or ring the bell. I'd really appreciate it. So I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. Stay well, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.